Sun Devils ready to kick it away first. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. So Oklahoma State's offense will have first crack at this one. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses a defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
And the Cowboys will hustle to the line.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play. The Cowboys will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Way back in his own territory as he hauls it in. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So Arizona State's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And now out to lead the attack, it's Cutter Bolin. He had an electric day last time out, throwing for more than 400 yards while completing better than 70% of his passes. Here's Brown to begin the drive. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Fires to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Turns it on in midfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Brown. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Bolin. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Takes it the other way.
See, not all linebackers are just big meatheads, right? They come downhill and hit you in the mouth. What a good job of understanding. It's a passing situation. I drop back. I see it. I break on the football in zone coverage. Give me that rock.
QB got it himself. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. So now it's second and long. They'll run it from the gun. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
And the missed connection on third down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It is good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. To throw, it's Boley. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
He was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Finds his man. It's Anderson. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looking to fire. The quick out. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
A nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Calls his own number. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. The Sun Devils will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hamilton.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running inside. It's Brown. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him, and then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Sun Devils will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Boley. Trying to find the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Arizona State!
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into two. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
That's caught. It's Young. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Flips it out to the back. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Might have a chance.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Boley. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Trying play action. Lets it fly. He's got it down the field. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They have just 3 measly points on the board, but trying to cobble a little something together here before halftime.
Yeah, make something happen. And listen, if I'm this defense, I want to keep them right where they're at. Done a great job all game keeping them in check. Don't let them get some cheap points going into the half. get momentum and start feeling confident about themselves.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Complete in the middle. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score it.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Young. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end getting vertical. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Cowboys had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation, nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. It's Boley. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Facing a third down and short from the 26. They'll try to get the first through the air. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Sun Devils with the first and 10. Wants to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. They get him on the ground. Late in the half, they have the first down at the 41. There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Boley. Under fire. He's knocked down at the 33, and that's short of the line to gain, and let's see what they do on fourth down. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We get right to it with Indiana in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Washington Huskies.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Cowboys head coach at the half. Guys, we may have an upset brewing. As you know, this team came in here not highly ranked and highly regarded, but that doesn't matter. The players on the field have had something to say, and they are really taking this game to the home team. We'll see if there's an upset continuing here in the second half. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
And the Sun Devils will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Send the tight end in motion. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Picks up the first down. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. One more time, it's Brown.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Pulls it in, it's Brown. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Looking downfield, it's Boley. Finds us back in the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Sun Devils, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Touchdown! To the air on first down. Got a man, it's Brown. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the... Makes the catch!
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's... Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. Brown again. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. To the air, it's Boley. Got his man in the middle. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Timeout taken now by Oklahoma State. That's their second. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Here's a give to Robinson. Now a timeout called by the Cowboys, and they will have no more. That's their third. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Here's Robinson one more time. And the defense drags him down. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They're working that left side. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And they'll take a knee. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives, and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
He'll just throw it away and it'll be 4th down. The Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. And that punt will make it. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody. The Territorial Cup, a prized possession for both the Cats and the Devils, but only one gets to take this rivalry hardware home, and it's time to find out if we'll bear down or forks up. Casino del Sol Stadium. It's the Arizona State Sun Devils and the Arizona Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Hey guys, Arizona State head coach told me pregame. Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Makes the grab, it's Craig. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try it over the left side. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a runner, good, solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And, man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The first time the Sun Devils and the Wildcats met, Arizona wasn't even a state yet. It was 1899.
Reese Davis, a college football aficionado and a history buff too. Great history between these two schools, though.
Yeah, and it goes back obviously that long. So many classes, so much hatred. Beautiful when rivalries really matter, and it matters to the people in Arizona.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Hand off for Brown. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. We'll see what the D does, but this crowd bearing down and getting loud on third down. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Boley. Quickly complete. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. And the Sun Devils in the hurry-up. They'll give it to Brown. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. With the catch, it's Miller. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass on 2nd down. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's going to take off. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. The moments, the big plays in rivalry games like this when etched in your memories, and here are some that I'm sure will bring back some warm and some heartbreaking memories. Finds his tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Brown. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback in a 3rd down situation, knowing exactly where the first down marker was. It wasn't there open to throw the football. He was very smart. He got out, he took off running, knew exactly where he had to get to keep his offense on the field.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. Your hot route zone. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Sun Devils go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Here's a give to Robinson. Finding some room. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Dropping back, it's Boley. Fires to the right. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Sun Devils trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on 2nd down.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it in. Tight end now in motion. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Crosses the 45. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Quickly to the tight end. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
The Sun Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running inside. It's Brown. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Oftentimes when offenses get a 1st down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
Back to pass, it's Boley. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their 1st. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. They stop him short of the mark. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He rifles one deep down the middle. Makes the grab on the big throw. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And now that completely changes the thought process for this offense. Like, you're thinking, don't make a bad play, don't turn it over, understand I might have to punt the football. Now you flip the field position immediately, looking to be aggressive to get some points before the half.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Got his man downfield. There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Sun Devils calling their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Boley. Caught! And he will score! Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. A give to Brown. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Looking for a deep man. And they can't make the play on.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
In the 4th and inches, man, I'm going for it no matter where I'm at in the field. If I'm in scoring range, if I'm in the red zone, if I'm on the 1, I'm going for it. I have to be able to get inches in these situations. Nice job by the offense.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Boley. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He caught it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The Sun Devils trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll run with Brown. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They want to run this quarterback. Runs it.
Break. Over.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Final game of the regular season, just waiting on this clock to run out. Let's check out the top 12 scoreboard right now. All of these teams fighting for playoff spots, and this is what you want to do when you're in the hunt. Finish a game like these guys have done. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Robinson. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
It's first down from the 11. Run in the red zone, it's Robinson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Under fire. Got it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, here's Robinson. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the 1st down marker. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Dead center. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll start on the ground with Brown. There's some room. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Robinson. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now, and he's in! They'll start on the ground with Robinson. That timeout taken by the Wildcats is their final one. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Robinson again. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. And they'll get him down after the... After this, it'll be a wrap. Takes the knee, and the perfect season is still alive. So the latest edition of the Duel in the Desert in the books, and Arizona State will take home college football's oldest rivalry trophy. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis.